everyone, I'm back. I've got a very special guest with me today. He's on my lap. I probably shouldn't have worn a black top because I don't know if you'll be able to see him, but it's Mr. Bobkin, my rabbit. He's losing, well, he's getting rid of his winter coat at the minute, so he's losing quite a lot of fluff, but still he wanted to come and say hello. Isn't he beautiful? He's got so much character. I never thought, I have to be careful of this cardigan, that I could see. Look, he's camouflaged. Oh, Mr. Bobkin. I call him Bobby, don't I? Oh, you've made a mess of my top, but never mind, it's worth it. I'm in my kitchen today because Mr. Bobkin lives just down there, and when he's ready to go back, I can just put him on the floor and he will hop back to his cage because he's allowed free run of this area down here. There's nothing he can hurt and nothing that will hurt him. And I was going to get a second rabbit because I think that they are better in pairs because they are actually quite social animals, but he mixes with all three of my cats and my two dogs, and they all get on really well, and he spends a lot of time out of his cage. No, Lillian, no. See, she's waiting for him now to play with. Yeah, he spends such a long time out of his cage. I didn't want to run the risk of getting a rabbit who he didn't get on with, because that would be awful, wouldn't it, Mr. Bobkin? Because he's such a happy little boy. Let's see if you can get a closer look of him. There you go. He's you're two now, aren't you? He's beautiful. We love him. He was my little girl's 8th birthday present. Would you like to go home now? He's beautiful. He's so soft. I like to feed him stuff and then film his mouth when he's eating the stuff. So it's really nice. Oh, look at my top, Mr. Bobkin. It's all your hair. Right, you can go home now. Thank you very much. Oh, I thought you had your fingernails in my cardigan, but you haven't. Right, go on. Take him home, Dennis. Right, so he's gone. Oh, I've got hair all over my face now. Yep, he's home. Yep. Just had to check. Right, so I'm in, yeah, I said I'm in my kitchen today, which is a bit different. Oh, sorry, I'm going to keep itching my face because of the rabbit hair. So, I don't think I've said, my name is Paula and you can find me on Instagram and Etsy as Stitched by Mrs. D, and this is all about knitting, sewing, a little bit of crochet, but there's no crochet today because I haven't done any at all, and toy making. Did I say toy making? I don't know, but I'm just seeing what they're up to down there. We can hear a lot of toenails smashing the floor. Has he gone to bed? Lillian, get out of his cage. Come on. Come on. Right. My husband is going to see this video and wondering what on earth is going on because there's nothing normally in front of me in this kitchen. I've had to build a contraption to put the camera on. Anyway, so let's start with finished things. So to start with, if you remember last week, no, not last week, I think it was about 3 weeks ago, I'd had a lovely surprise delivery from Mr. B's and Bird Street UK Yarn. I'd sent them a message saying, can you please send me a surprise, I'm going to call them a twist, of your yarn please, because I couldn't pick and I really like a surprise. And they sent me a beautiful yarn called Rosie Lee, and I was waiting for the Handmade Sock Society pattern to land before I could use the yarn, and it arrived and I've made the socks. These are called the Luminary socks by Helen Stewart of Curious Handmade. They've got like a little sort of cable, it's not really cable though, and eyelets down there. The dogs are now playing, if you can hear anything strange. And then down the front they've got this sort of star design. I love making them. They flew off the needles, and I still haven't got a sock block. I don't think I'm going to get one. There's no point, is there really? You can see they're lovely. I forgot there, look, I missed an eyelet, but I'm not the sort of person to worry about things like that. So yeah, they're finished. Aren't they lovely? I love the way that handmade socks look when you fold them up. Hello, Kim. So Kim will now go and stare at Mr. Bobkin. She doesn't really like him, but she certainly likes to look at him. And I like to look at you, don't I? She likes to sit and judge him and just think, oh, God, how ridiculous. So he just hops about, doesn't he, Kim? He's not very sensible like you. So she'll go and see him now and stare at him. This is quite a busy period of the morning, animal-wise. They all seem to walk about at this time. I don't know why, and then they'll settle down in the afternoon for a nap. Right, so those are done. And then I was going to do some more work on my floozy cardigan, and then one thing led to another, and I cast on another pair of socks and then finished them. And these are called the Sugar Frost socks, and this is a pattern by Vanilla Wool. I think it's a free pattern, but I'm not 100% sure. I think it is. And I made these with my yarn from Knitting Bunting on Instagram, which is Elm Tree Yarns on Etsy, and this is the Beatrix colourway, and it's so lovely. I took a picture of the close-up. Oh, the dog's just gone out the cat flap. I don't know if you could hear that noise, but the dog's just gone out the cat flap. I'll probably have to go and let her back in now, because she can get out, but sometimes she can't get back in. Oh dear. I told you it was busy this time of the morning round here. This pattern, you won't believe, look how lovely it is. What a simple stitch pattern this is. So if you've only knit plain socks before and you'd like to try something with a little bit of pattern, I'd definitely recommend these, because they are absolutely lovely and super simple as well. And you see the sock pattern, and I couldn't believe the stitches, the way that this pattern is made. Let's put it that way. I thought, well, that can't be how it's done, but it is. Yeah, so they are finished as well. I love them. I'm going to fold them up nicely and put them with the other pair. Oh, Dennis is going to have a look now to see what's going on. There you go. 2 pairs of socks. They're the only finished knitting things that I've got today, but I've also got something on the go, which is my floozy cardigan. So what I was going to do was finish the colour work section on this, knit these, and then start on the straight bit of the body. But I did these. But now I've been working on this for the last couple of nights, and yeah, I'm really enjoying it. So here we are. I've done all the colour work at the top. I'm really pleased with the colours. I think they look nice together, and brighter colours, I think with my dark hair, suit me. I love pastels, but I tend to make pastel socks and brighter clothes to wear. Oh, I haven't told you what I've got on, have I? This is the Elton Cardigan by Locatelli, and I made it with this grey colour is Cascade Heritage, and then this mohair is from Stranded Dye Works in the colourway Naive Watercolour, which is my favourite colour of her yarn. I've made my daughter a hat out of it. I've made this cardigan out of the mohair, and then I'm hoping that she might put some 4-ply sock on soon, because I'd like to try it in all of the different weights, because I love it. I just love these colours. I say love a lot, don't I? My friend at work says that lovely is my word. I do say it a lot. Yeah, so last night I put this little thing in here, and I managed to knit from there to there. Oh, well, I've knit from there to there this weekend, which is quite good. And I'll be doing some more of that this afternoon. Sometimes when you re-knit a pattern, you think, oh, why have I bothered? Because it's nice to have like a couple of different colours of things, but sometimes it can be quite boring making the same thing again. But I don't feel like that at all about this. Where's my bag gone? Here it is. And it's in my Lamykin and Bunny bag that I made out of a Ttail from TK Maxx. So I'll put that in there. Oh no, I forgot what the shawl's called. So the next thing I'm going to talk about is some plans. But I've forgotten. Oh, no, I haven't. So I've had these two. I got both of these on a D-stash. I'm going to have to get the dog in. She's barking. Hold on. She was barking at our cat who was on the wall. And now I don't know if I'm going to be able to edit the video, because I've never done that before. Oh well, we'll see. I might have to post 2 videos. Oh Lillian, what have you done? You've got very wet feet as well. I'm glad I haven't washed the floor. Right, you better go. Go with Dennis and look out the window. Go on, that way. Yes, so I was talking about these. I got both of these on a D-stash. I love Cascade Heritage. And I love this pink colour. I don't know what it's called. It's colour 5613. I've still got rabbit hair everywhere. 5613. And this is Kate Celine. I got this off of eBay. What I tend to do is search Cascade Heritage. And that's where I got this grey from as well. Search it on eBay and sometimes you might find someone who's getting rid of it, which is what I did. I've got 2 of these and I've got a yellow one as well, which I'm saving to make some patterned socks with. So yes, with these 2 I want to make a shawl, because I do like bright colours in my face. And I'm going to make the Siren Song shawl by Truly Myrtle Designs, who is the designer who has made the Floozy cardigan. Yes, so hopefully next time. Oh, who's this? This is Doug, who was on the wall. Hello Doug, would you like to come up? Here he is. You're in every video, Doug. But that's okay, because we all like to see you, don't we? Hey. Yes, so this is going to be the Siren Song shawl. It's a triangular shawl. I don't think I've ever made a triangular shawl before. But let's see how it goes. So that's some plans. finished things sewing wise. I've got 3 bears. No, I haven't. I've got 2 bears and a rabbit, which will be going in my shop. Here they are. Actually, I think I'm going to give this one to my mum for Mother's. Well, I don't know. I might put her in my shop as well. But I've got 2 more bears as well, which need jumpers. Because what I'm going to do is make a rainbow of bears. So this one, I don't know what we'll call you. You haven't got a name. She's got little knickers, a pink cotton jumper, and of course a tail. I don't know what to call you. You've got a name, haven't you? Your name is Buttercup. Oh, they're not quite finished. They need a little patch on their jumper. So this is Buttercup. Oh, Doug. And she's got yellow knickers on and a very nice button. And this one, what did I say I was going to call you? I can't remember. But she has got a very nice little jumper, which is made from drops, baby cashmere something, I don't know. And she's got a nice little blue skirt and some floral knickers. So they will be given names and they'll be given patches and they will be put in my shop when I've finished the other 2. Hello everybody. Right, you 3 can lay down here with the other animals. I've got 2 little teddy bears in a cot down here, so I've put them in with them. Here comes Kim again. Hello Kim. Kim's rude. She's not deaf, but she ignores me. Kimmy! Completely ignored me. Another thing I've got here, which is a work in progress. So about 5 or 6 years ago, my mother, Kim's staring me right in the eye now. My mother-in-law bought me a Moda jelly roll for Christmas, and I never got round to using it. And then recently, well, over the last year, I've wanted to use it, but I couldn't find it. And I was starting to get to the stage where I thought I'd probably, because I had lots of fabric and I donated lots of it to my children's high school, and I was worried that it got in one of the bags and gone to the school. But the other day, there's a bag down here. I don't know what made me look in it, but I did. And I found it. It was all unravelled, but I've started to do it. And what I've been doing is I'm making, are they called a log cabin quilt? I'm doing 1 square every night whilst I'm waiting for my children to get out of the bath. That doesn't look very square, does it? Oh, it's because I'm looking at the one below as well. So there you go. I don't think it's going to be very big, although I have got quite a bit of fabric left. I don't know what colour. Do you like it, Doug? He seems to be looking. Maybe you could have it to sleep on. So I think what I'm going to have to do is just make a centre panel and then put some strips. They're getting on my nerves today. And then do some strips of fabric around the outside. So I've got plenty of stuff which would match this. But I've only done 8 squares so far. And I've got all of this to use. Ooh, isn't it lovely? When I found it all, I ironed it all out straight, and I really enjoyed doing that, but it's all got muddled up again. And then also in the bag, I found all this great fabric that I'd completely forgotten about. Oh, Doug, it's a bit of a pain, you being on my lap. I've got all these. So I'll be able to make some lovely things with these as well. This was better than finding a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow for me. Forgotten fabric. It's like finding a £10 note in your wallet, isn't it? Oh, it's nice when that happens. Doesn't happen very much, but look at that one. And that one. And then this lovely plain cream, which will be very useful. Right, so that's that. And then I just wanted to show you, I've forgiven my husband for tumble drying the socks. So the other day, Wool Warehouse sent me an email to say that Drops sock yarn was on sale. So I've done some, this isn't building a stash, this is Christmas shopping, because I've bought this, and these will all be my Christmas presents for my husband. I might use these ones and these two grey ones here to make socks for myself, but the rest will be turned into socks for him for Christmas. So this is forward planning and Christmas shopping. I won't show you these as I make them because they're very boring, and I don't make any effort to, like with this patterned yarn here, I don't make any effort to start each sock in the same place, so I end up with two completely matching designs, like just like pattern wise, because he's not bothered about stuff like that. But what I'll do when I've made them all, I'll show you them all together, and let's hope he doesn't tumble dry them all. I like this yarn for socks. I don't know if you've ever tried it. I think it's only £1.79 a ball at the moment, which is really good. And they have got some lovely colours. These are all men's colours. I suppose not men's colours, are they? Anybody can wear any colour, but I prefer pastels for socks. So that's that. Oh, I've also bought from my local yarn shop, I've bought some Drops Ttail Craft Bellissima, because I've been wanting some for a little while and it was payday and I thought why not, but it's just navy blue. I won't show that to you until I start making something with it. And I won't start making anything with it until I finish my floozy. So that's that. Hello. Oh, Doug, you're such a nice cat. So that's nearly it now. The only thing I wanted to show you, I brought it down. I went in my pattern drawer the other day. Some of the others are upstairs, but these are all I could find. So I wanted to show you how the patterns that got me into knitting. So this designer, Jean Greenhow, was all the rage in the 80s. And my nan used to read a magazine called, well, it was either Women's Weekly or Women's Own, something to do with women. And I just started to knit, but like little plain things. And then she bought a pattern round for me that she cut out of the magazine, and it was for these things here. And I started by making the mice, and she showed me how to decrease, because that's all it is just some straight knitting and then decreasing. And then I loved making those, so for Christmas she got me this book, and I think everybody had one of these scarecrows in the 80s and the 90s. My friend had one, and I remember, look at all my bits where I've like I'd written down the rows And then I've even got my lottery numbers in here for that week. Oh. And I remember getting this book, and then when I got to this page, oh, the dogs are barking again. I just remember my mind was blown, because I just thought, oh, I could make all of those. And I did. If you look closely, you can see I've marked the ones that I've made. I don't know where they've gone now. And that pumpkin at the bottom, I thought that was brilliant. So knitting these toys by this designer is what got me into knitting. And she used to bring out these little books. And there was no internet back then, so it was just a case of turning up at the wall shop, and if there was a new pattern there, oh, it was exciting and such a surprise as well. So I found this Christmas one. They're all battered because I've made them so many times. I've made him. Nearer Christmas, I'll show you him. And then I've made, oh, I've made this nativity scene for my children. Made those. I think that's all in that book that I've made. But this book here, look, it's fallen to pieces because I've made the stuff so many times. This was the Scottish Scarecrow family. I've made him for my little girl. Made him for myself. Oh, I made her as well. And that's what I used to knit when I first started knitting. I don't know if anyone's interested, but I love those books. I'll have to go up to the loft and get the rest. I'll tell you what else I've got in my loft, which I'll probably show to you next time if I remember or can be bothered to go up to the loft. I made my children when they were about 2, maybe they were a bit older, 2 or 3, I made them a Noah's Ark. What's going on out there? You hear that? You hear that, Doug? The dogs are always barking, aren't they? I've got to do this in the evenings again, because this is no good, is it? What was I saying? I made my children a big Noah's Ark, and it was a big old ark with a zip, and then it's full of all of the animals. But I'll show that to you next time. I'd better go because this is noisy and horrible for anybody to watch. Thank you for watching. Thank you for the new people who have subscribed. And hopefully I'll see you all soon. Thank you. Bye.